We are live. Hello, 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 and welcome to Monday night's book club. I am so excited. I know that I'm about a minute or two early, but better early than late, right? And I definitely wanted to get on here to allow people to some time to get on book club and to get situated. Now, what I would love for you all to do is if you're on here with us, then I would love for you to send out that last minute reminder, letting people know that hey, book club is starting, right? I am going to go ahead and set myself up to go live with book club on TikTok, right? Because TikTokers really don't know that I have book club. I haven't been as active on TikTok, but we definitely don't want to leave them out, right? The TikTok community. And so if you're logging on, let us know what city, what state, and or what country you might be logging in from. Because I want to know. I want to know where you're calling in from. All right, where you calling in from, what city, what state, and or what country. All right, here we go. We're gonna go live here on TikTok and go live on book club on TikTok. So hello, I see Philadelphia, I see the DMV area, I see Indiana, I see we see Denver. Who else is on the line? Show we see Michigan on the line. So welcome to Monday night's book club. We are here live every single Monday. Every single Monday at 6 p.m. unless it's like a big holiday or something like that. And this is a community where we are learning and growing together, right? We're learning and growing together. Growth is important. You know, what we know is that you'll never earn more than you learn. So personal growth and development is important. But here's what also for me, I hated reading. If you are a person who hated reading or who hated or even hates, maybe you're just joining us for the first time. If you're a person who hates or hated reading, let us know. Let us know in the comments that you hated reading. Now, if you've been with me now, hey, Miss Dunn, we got Michigan, y'all. I call it 5 Mile Flint. As you're logging on TikTok, let us know what city, what state, and or what country you might be logging in from. Y'all know what to do. Y'all all know what to do, right? And so let's just say that perhaps you hated reading, but you've been with me now through some book clubs, like maybe a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months, maybe a couple of years now. Let me know, has your perception of book club and or reading, has it changed? Has it changed? All right, as we're going to go ahead and let me invite a few more people to book club live. Hello, Unique. And so I read to you guys. You do not need to have the book. I'm going to read for you. All right. So we are live on YouTube at Bling TV 3765. And once you go to the YouTube, you actually have to click the live so that you can actually join the live. Okay. You got to click the live so you can actually join the live. I am going to send out, for those of you that are on here, would you send out those last minute reminders, letting people know that we are on book club? Would you all do me that favor and send out that last minute reminder, letting everybody know that book club is live? All right, book club is live as we're getting ready to dive into, let me see, I got to check and see where we are as we're getting ready to dive into it. All right, y'all post and share, tag and share. Would you invite somebody to book club tonight? Perspective of reading has changed due to book club. My reading is now more research-based. Yes. Oftentimes what I find is that people don't read because they don't really know how to enjoy a book. So there's one thing to just read. There's another to understand what you're reading. Hey, good evening. Good evening. Well, Philly is showing off. We're about to be in Philly, turning up in Philly from July the 20th through the 22nd. So excited and cannot wait to see you all in Philadelphia. Philly is on hot fire. I actually might have to end up making a trip to Philly before our July event. I believe that I've got a group of pastors that are looking to jump on board of my business. And so I may actually be in Philadelphia before July 20th through the 22nd. I will let you all know because I'm certain that I'm going to need the squad to show up for that, right? We're going to need the squad to show up for that. So book club is live, you guys. We're reading The Power of One More by Ed Mylett. And let me see where we are, because where is my Lord have mercy. My somebody took my, does anybody remember where we left off? I believe we're at chapter 11. One more impossibility, because we read, no, we're not. Oh, yeah, we are. Yes, we are. Activating to our 9 ways to a higher standard. Yup, we read the higher standards. We are at chapter 11. One more impossibility. One more impossibility thinkers and possibility achievers. All right. One more impossibility thinkers and possibility achievers. One's philosophy is not best expressed in words, it is expressed in the choices one makes. What's up? Okay, good deal. Hold on, y'all. Let me read that again. One's philosophy is not best expressed in words, it is expressed in the choices one makes. In the long run, we shape our lives and we shape ourselves. The process never ends until we die. And the choices that we make are ultimately our own responsibility. Eleanor Roosevelt. That was Eleanor Roosevelt. Now, I don't know about y'all. We got Canada in the house too. That quote is so powerful. And what's so crazy about it is because I don't go and read ahead. We're literally reading this book together. What's so powerful about that is that just put the icing on the cake from a live that I just did. I was live here on TikTok. I was live on Instagram. I was live on YouTube and on Facebook. And what this does is just put the cherry on top, the whipped cream and the sprinkles, because one's philosophy is not best expressed in words. It is expressed in the choices that one makes. In the long run, we shape our lives. We shape ourselves. The process never ends until we die. And the choices we make are ultimately our own responsibility. You know, I attended a conference this weekend in Dallas, and literally some of the resounding words of the weekend were take responsibility for your own ish. And one of the other resounding messages were going back to the basics and doing what you started with, right? Going back to the basics, being in person and online. And I mean, it was just a really, really, really great evening, a great weekend with powerful people, the energy that they possess. Like, you didn't have to make people's energy come up, you know, because energy is a currency, you guys. And so let's go ahead and start reading. We're chapter 11, The Power of One More by Ed Mylett, right? Definitely confirmation, Robin. This is crazy, right? And so I'm not surprised. I am really not surprised at how God operates. But the fundamental philosophy of one more combines both the acts of thinking and the acts of doing. The fundamental philosophy of one more. So we got to think and we've got to do. All right. To fully realize your best life, it's not enough to think about what you want to do. Your thinking can be pristine and spot on. Unless you put action to those thoughts, you're not going anywhere in life. One more thinkers must also be one more doers. One more thinkers. Hey, I know this is a good chapter already, right? One more thinkers must also be one more doers. Have you guys ever experienced that every time you around somebody and they're always talking about what they fitting to do, what they gonna do, and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and they give you these goals, and I'm about to kill it, and then they do nothing. A one more thinker must also be a one more doer. That is powerful. All right. To frame the marriage of these two elements the right way, I want you to become an impossibility thinker and a possibility achiever. That's powerful. Become an impossibility thinker, but a possibility achiever. Learn to think and do rich. Learn to think and do rich. I don't know about learn to think and do rich. If you're serious about improving your life, one of the best books on the subject is Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. Generations of successful business people, entrepreneurs, entertainers, athletes, and those of more modest means and goals worldwide have gleaned valuable ideas and been inspired to the next levels of greatness after reading this seminal book. As a one more thinker, you should read Hill's book if you haven't done so already. It has several great tools to break through barriers and become a more dynamic and possibility thinker who dares to dream about things that most others think of as impossible. Uh-oh. As impossible. All right. So as a one, your dreams equal your riches. Somebody write that down in the chat. Your dreams, and I see y'all TikTok, y'all gotta send me some love, right? Your dreams equal your riches. Somebody ought to write that in the chat. Your dreams will equal your riches. Maybe your dream is to live on a ranch and raise cattle in Wyoming, or to launch a company that provides clean drinking water to impoverished areas of the world. You may dream about making a living playing music and acting and bringing joy to others as an entertainment. But your dreams equal your riches. Wow. I have profound respect for both Napoleon Hill and Think and Grow Rich. My only issue with the book is that I don't think it goes far enough as a high performance cornerstone for contemporary times. When it was written in 1937, the world was a very different place. America was deep in the midst of depression. Vast numbers of people were out of work and starving. Doesn't that sound familiar? Doesn't that sound familiar with where we are right now? America was deep in the midst of a depression. Vast numbers of people were out of work and starving. Problems in Europe were starting to foreshadow an ominous future of what would become World War II. Americans needed hope. Americans needed hope. Napoleon Hill, inspired by a suggestion from Andrew Carnegie, delivered it to them. More than 80 years after it first debuted, Think and Grow Rich has sold more than 15 million copies and is considered a must-read for anyone who wants to succeed in any line of work. All the principles in Think and Grow Rich are critical for success. They're worth mentioning because they're still valid and powerful strategies today. Those principles are y'all ready? I'm going to give you the principles. Now I'm going to tell y'all something. I was actually thinking about going in another direction for our next book because we really are almost finished this book. Like really, we're in chapter 11 and this is only goes up to chapter 19. So, but this book, Think and Grow Rich, which is on my shelf that I've read most of, keeps coming like as if we've got to read that. So I don't know, y'all. I'm torn between 3 books. I'm torn between Think and Grow Rich, Atomic Habits, or the 4 Disciplines of Execution. So y'all be praying, okay? I mean, we're going to get to all 3 of those books, but it's just which order we go in. All right, let me go back. So they're worth mentioning because they're still valid and powerful strategies today. Thoughts are things. Desire, faith, auto-suggestion, specialized knowledge, imagination, organized planning, decisions, persistence, power of the mastermind, the mystery of sex, transmutation, the subconscious mind, the brain, the 6th sense. If you read the book, you'll see that all of these concepts relate primarily to your thoughts. Primarily to our thoughts. Hey, how y'all doing, Deborah, Ms. V? All right, primarily to our thoughts. But you don't get rich simply by thinking. You get rich by doing. Do y'all know that? Did y'all hear that? You don't get rich. I know right now, this is going to be a very different experience reading it with everybody else, right? You don't get rich. You simply just don't get rich by what? Thinking. So if you read this book, you'll see that the concepts relate primarily to your thoughts, but you don't get rich simply by thinking. You get rich by doing. Okay? You get rich by doing. More specifically, you get rich, highly productive, or happier when your thoughts and your actions are congruent. All right. Although one of Hill's most famous thoughts is about action, the man who does more than he is paid for will soon be paid for more than he does. We are, Tam, we are. The man who does more than what he is paid for. Do you understand? The man who does more than he is paid for will soon be paid for more than what he does. When you just work and you're not thinking about it and you're just working, sewing into other people, serving, guess what happens? The man or the woman who does more than what he's paid for will soon be paid for more than what he does. His book doesn't go far enough. You must marry actions to your thoughts if you want to reach your goals. Your thoughts are the starting point of your dreams, and you owe it to yourself to aim high with your dreams. The sad part is, many people never get beyond dreaming. Their dreams end in their thoughts. That unrealized potential to do something great and be happy can be maddening. Dreams are the essence of impossibility thinking. I want y'all to write it down. I am an impossibility thinker. I am an impossibility thinker. You must be able to dream to plant the seeds of what you think you can do in life. It's when you combine that impossibility thinking with intentional actions. It is when you combine impossibility thinking with intentional actions aimed squarely at achieving your dreams that you become a possibility achiever. It's when you combine impossibility thinking with intentional actions that are aimed squarely at achieving your dreams that you become a possibility achiever. Think of your dreams as challenges that live inside of you. You lose nothing by challenging yourself this way. It's healthy. And I strongly encourage you to think long and hard about what will help you find your version of riches in life. But don't stop there. To realize what life has in store, you must think and do rich. Somebody ought to write that down in the chat. You must think and do rich. Think and do. Dreams and thoughts without accompanying actions will only depress and frustrate you. I'm going to say that again. Dreams and thoughts without accompanying actions will only depress and frustrate you. So for all of you that are sitting around depressed, upset because you didn't take action, you had all these dreams and these goals, and then you sat back and just thought because you put it out there in the air and the atmosphere that, you were going to crush some business goals, or, you were going to get to the gym and be there an hour, at least 4 days that week. And you went for 20 minutes one day because you didn't continue the action. Wow. Think of your dreams as challenges that live inside of you, right? You lose nothing by challenging yourself this way. It's healthy, and I strongly encourage you to think long and hard about what will help you find your version of riches in life. But don't stop there. To realize what life has in store for you, you must think and do rich. Can all of y'all on TikTok, can all of you on YouTube, maybe you're watching this live, maybe you're watching a replay. Can you put it in the chat? Think and do rich. Let's write that in the chat. Think and do rich. Dreams and thoughts without accompanying actions will depress and frustrate you. One more, thinkers understand this and implement an updated corollary of Newton's third law in motion. You know the original law, which states, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. In this case, that updated corollary is, for every thought, there is an equal and complementary action. Thoughts and actions act as a pair. Thoughts and actions act as a pair. This is so good. Think and do rich. This is so good. All right. So, borrowing more from Newton's law, one more thinkers also understand that the size of the thoughts you have should equal the force of the actions that you should take. You can't always control your thoughts. That's the beauty of the human brain at work. There are no wrong dreams in your head. The problem is that it's impossible to measure your thoughts or the thoughts of someone else. However, you can control what you do. And what you do is measurable. Hey, Tanya, right? For example, if you work out at the gym and you want to increase your arm strength, 2 sets of 8 reps on the dumbbell curls can become 3 sets of 10 reps. If you want better cardio fitness, 30 minutes on a treadmill can become 45 minutes. Instead of working out 3 days a week, you go to the gym 5 days a week. Measuring your progress, measuring your progress by measuring your actions makes you a possibility achiever. Let's say that again. Measuring your progress by measuring your actions makes you a possibility achiever. So basically, there is nothing to measure if there's no action taken. Then there will be nothing to measure. All right, we're reading, for those of you who are just joining in, we're reading The Power of One More by Ed Mylett. All right, so are there risks and costs associated with taking action? Of course there are. Everything is a risk. Do y'all know going out the door every day is a risk? Everything in life is a risk, right? There are risks and costs associated with taking action. Of course there are, but the risks and the costs associated with not taking action are a lot more. Inaction stifles your progress and kills your personal growth. Go ahead and type "Ouchalolia" in the chat. If you know that this is coming down your aisle, stepping on your toes, say "Ouchalolia." Ouchalolia. This says inaction stifles your progress and kills personal growth. Ow! Inaction stifles your progress and kills personal growth. Your time is finite and limited. So why would you continue to sit still instead of engaging in the life you were meant to lead? Oh, that's so good. Why would you sit still? Why? When literally you were meant to lead your life. Why are you know what I said the other day on one of my lives? Why are you settling for crumbs? Why are you settling for the leftovers? Why are you settling for what everybody else didn't eat or didn't want? So you will now take what everybody else didn't want. You're a king's kid. You are a daughter and a son of the Most High. You are a king's kid. We don't do scraps. We don't do leftovers. Well, I mean, we warm up leftovers here at my house, right? Because if I cook, we gonna eat it. But what I'm saying is we don't do crumbs. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't do it. Become an impossibility thinker and a possibility achiever. You know what's so crazy, y'all? If y'all only knew, y'all on TikTok, y'all tag 5 people and comment done. My heart bleeds for people. It bleeds for people when I see that they have the potential to be so much more than what they're displaying. And a lot of times people think that I'm not yelling, I just be wanting to cry when I think about how people are living. And this is not about just money. Because some people, money ain't really the issue. But when I know that you're living beneath your means because you won't get healthy. Great philosophers throughout history have long understood the link between thoughts and actions. The Greek philosopher, hey Rosa, the Greek philosopher Epictetus encouraged his followers to not worry about anything outside of our control. The only things you can command are your thoughts and actions. The only things that you can command are your thoughts and actions. The only things that you can command are your thoughts and actions. We choose our responses. Stop aspiring to be anyone other than your own best self, for that does fall within your control. 1 John 3:18 tells us, let us not love with words or speech, but with actions in truth. Mahatma Gandhi, and one of many who voiced is one of many who voiced a version of the following: your beliefs become your thoughts. Your beliefs become your thoughts. Your thoughts become your words. Your words become your actions. Your actions become your habits. Your habits become your values. And your values become your destiny. I'm going to say it again. Mahatma Gandhi, he voiced a version of this. Your beliefs become your thoughts. Thoughts become your words. Words become your actions. Actions become your habits. Habits become your values. And your values become your destiny. Mark Twain kept it simpler, but equally effective when he wrote, actions speak louder than words, but not merely as often. Actions speak louder than words, but not merely as often. The concept of being an impossibility thinker and a possibility achiever is not new. The problem is that putting these two ideas together is often overlooked. Procrastination, denial, or fear are common reasons why thinkers get stuck thinking and don't move into doing. Procrastination, denial, or fear are common reasons why thinkers get stuck thinking and don't move on to doing. What are the reasons? Procrastination, denial, or fear are reasons why thinkers get stuck thinking and don't move on to doing. So which one are you, where are you stuck? Procrastinating, denial, or fear? Which one? Ask yourself. Lots of guys will see an attractive woman and think about asking her out, but only a few will break through their fear or procrastination and have the guts to follow through. Ever see a beautiful woman on a very average man's arm and ask yourself, how did he do that? He did it because he's a one more impossibility thinker and a possibility achiever. Babies are remarkable human beings. Take the simple act of a baby learning to walk. All his or her life, a baby has only known crawling. They see other humans upright and walking around, and they begin to imagine a world where they break through the impossibility of standing upright on their own. At first, they'll grab onto a coffee table or a couch and pull themselves up. They will fall. There will be a few tears, bumps, and bruises. Eventually, that baby is going to stand upright, put one foot in front of the other, and march to mom and dad's delight. And much to mom and dad's delight, start walking like it's an old hat. It takes babies hundreds of hours of practice from the moment of first learning how to stand to walk unassisted. It's a monumental achievement worthy of every parent's celebration. I think we got to take a pause right there. I think we need to take a pause right there. This book just says it takes hundreds of hours Do y'all see that? It takes babies hundreds of hours of practice from the moment of first learning how to stand to walk unassisted. Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all do realize that, let's just say I'm a professional network marketer, right? And let's just say somebody joins my team and they're an educator. That educator has already spent 10,000 hours learning how to be an educator. But they also, Dahlia, they also had to be actively practicing on the skill and learning to become an educator. Here's what happens. That same person who's had much success as an educator then comes on board, let's just say in my field, a network marketing field, and they believe because they were very successful or are very successful as an educator that they're supposed to come over here and go straight to the top, be a top income earner. And when it doesn't happen that way, they quit. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you think you could go to college one day and then be an educator? See, now here's the deal. Some people are going to say, well, I've been in your field for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. You ain't been working. You've not put the work in. Would you allow a surgeon who went to one class, showed up to the class late and didn't take notes? Would any of you allow that surgeon to do surgery on you? Anybody? Would any of you allow the surgeon to cut you open? I'm waiting for an answer on that. They showed up late for class, have no notes because they don't take notes. Now they fitting to do surgery on you. So it's no different. It's no difference. Whatever you decide to do, you got to put the work in. You got to put the study in. You got to put the time in. I'm not letting anybody who shows up late for one training thinking that they ready to be this surgeon, doctor, anything. I'm not letting somebody who goes to massage school one time, don't take notes, they relate, give me a massage. Or a hairstylist who went to one class, didn't take notes, thinking that they're going to do something to my hair. No. A dentist who went to one class late, didn't take notes in that class. I'm not letting that person work on my teeth. I hope you guys are seeing how this is relative, right? So if a baby can do it, you can become an impossibility thinker and a possibility achiever too. But you must be willing to dream big, take a chance, set your barriers aside and do it anyway. Do you know why so many people, especially when it comes to something like my field, like the network marketing space, don't have success? Would you like to know why? Because you want to be analytically thinking about this whole process, and because you went to one thing, you took the notes. Now here goes the other one, Carol. You took the notes. You were on time. You took the notes, but then you won't go into action. Because you won't take a chance, because this is something totally different from what you're used to. So because you want to be analytically thinking that it's supposed to be X, Y, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and you won't take the chance, you won't just let yourself go. You want to be in control of every single thing. You won't take the chance. You won't set your barriers aside because you want to be analytical. Analyze this. You seem to believe in God. You believe that he had a son that he sent down into a Virgin Mary. How many of y'all believe in Jesus Christ? This ain't about religion. I just want to see. I just want to try something right here. If you believe that there's a son named Jesus, if you believe that there's Jesus, I need to see it, and I need to see y'all. I need to see the answers. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see those hands. Let me see those hands. Let me see those hands. Let me see them. Let me see. If you believe that there's a Jesus, I need to see it. I need to see it. Y'all believe there's a Jesus? So you're telling me that you can believe that God himself sent Jesus down as a baby inside of Mary who had never had sex to die for our sins on a cross. And now he's back up there in the right hand of the Father. But you can't believe that if you work this script, that you could sign two people. I don't believe it. I don't believe you. I don't believe that you could believe something so far-fetched, but you can't believe what's right there in front of you. How? You believe in a God that you don't see. You believe in an air that you breathe that you don't see. You believe that the chair that you sit in is going to hold your weight no matter what you weigh. But you won't believe in a script or a plan of action. How could you believe in a God that you've never seen? You must be willing to dream big. So that could be a fallacy. That could be a whole dream that you're having. You could take that chance. Because most of you are like, well, I would rather believe than not believe and then end up in hell. But you can believe in that, what you can't see. Ruh-roh. I'm just letting that one marinate because that was a good, I got to let that marinate right there. Ruh-roh. Whether it's learning how to ballroom dance, day trade stocks, or set of goal of headlining at Carnegie Hall, put your subconscious work. Put your subconscious to work. And soon enough, your actions will propel you toward your goals. If you show me your actions and behaviors, I can show you how you think. This is so crazy. I said this earlier on a live that I did. If you show me your actions and your behaviors, I can show you how you think. That's because what you do is a reflection of how you're thinking. However, what you're thinking isn't always a reflection of what you do. This is important because once you understand how the relationship between a person's thoughts and actions work, you can predict their behavior. When I tell y'all, when I tell y'all that I honestly 100% know what people are thinking by what they do. I don't have to have a conversation with nobody. I can see. When you're like, oh, how did I miss that? You're not spiritually connected. Get connected. You're like this phone right here that's going to die without this plug. Come on, Holy Ghost. Oh, however, What you're thinking isn't always a reflection of what you do. This is so good. This is important because once you understand how the relationship between a person's thoughts and actions work, you can predict their behavior. And I'm sure that you'll agree that's a powerful tool to have at your disposal. Here are several examples of what I mean. Cheryl, you were there. That's right. I can't tell if you're thinking about going on a diet to lose 40 pounds, but I can tell what your body will look like if based on how you're eating and working out. Do you gorge late at night on cookies and ice cream, or do you hit the gym or go for a run several days a week? See, y'all, I can tell by what I see. Several tells for a woman going on a first date with a man will reveal to her the kind of guy he is and whether she should carry the relationship forward. These aren't disqualifiers, but they are indicators. For example, does he open the doors for you? If you're at a restaurant, how does he treat the hostess and the wait staff? Does he shut his phone off when he's with you? Or at very least, apologize if he has to take an important phone call. What many people call women's intuition could just be highly tuned observational note taking. When you're sitting across the table from someone attempting to negotiate a big business deal, what does that person's body language tell you about their interest level? Are they anxious to wrap things up? Or do they ask important questions to drill down to the deal's finer points? Do they try to grind you on every little detail? Or do they understand the best deals are win-win and instead seek common ground? In these situations and most of our interactions with others, what you do trumps how you think. What you do trumps how you think. Lord, it is 6:41. We are only going to be able to get, let me see. Oh, we're almost done. What you do trumps how you think. Your life isn't based on your thoughts. Your life is based on your actions. Show me what you do. I'll tell you what you think. To illustrate this point, I've developed something I call watching a silent movie. Here's what's so crazy, Cheryl. Here's what's so crazy, Tedra. Here's what's so crazy, Robin. I always say to people, great, when they tell me what their goals are, I'm going to listen with my eyes. See, because I will earn $100,000 a month or more. And I'm certain that everyone can see that I'm working towards that because it shows in my actions. Show me what you do, and I'll tell you what you think. To illustrate this point, I've developed something I call watching a silent movie. Suppose in all of your interactions with others, there was no sound. You had no choice but to make assumptions and decisions about others based only on what their actions were. In effect, no sound means you can't hear their thoughts. However, despite no sound, you can still see the outcome of their thoughts by how their silent movie plays out in front of you. Here's another way to understand and test out watching a silent movie. The next time you're sitting on your couch at home, find a show that you haven't watched before. Flip it on, but then mute the sound. Romantic comedies are an excellent genre to test out. Often the plots are centered on hidden desires that reveal themselves over 2 hours. Play the game. Can you figure out the plot based on the action only? You may already do this. When a friend or family member calls you during a show, you don't want to stop watching, you mute the television. You have a short chat, and while eyeballing your show most of the time when the call ends, there's no need to rewind. You just unmute and keep watching your show, never feeling like you missed a beat. But alignment is key. In life, winning is all about how well you interact with others. Trying to understand what's on someone's mind is a critical element for a positive outcome, except, as I've mentioned, you can't always tell what other people are thinking. Yes, Many people do tip their hand by talking too much, but just as many people hide their thoughts by being tight lipped. In some cases, they'll even lie to you. What works well in reading other people works well for you too. Alignment between your thoughts and your action is essential for success. Alignment between your thoughts and your actions are essential for success. Even though balancing thoughts and actions can be a challenge for many people, alignment occurs when your thoughts manifest themselves into actions, into the actions that you take. This is why the best of the best become impossibility thinkers and possibility achievers. When you set high standards and take actions congruent with those standards that you've thought about, you'll enjoy success and bliss. As English philosopher and physician John Locke once said, I have always thought the actions of men the best interpreters of their thoughts. With the seeds firmly planted on your brain, it is much easier to act a certain way if you are aligned. So when people are clueless, Kelly, Carol, Raynell, Tedra, Cheryl, Marguerite, Robin, when people are clueless, because there's no alignment. I know positive thinkers who have won in life, but I also know many skeptical and pessimistic thinkers who have succeeded in life as well. I know some people with tremendous vision who have won and people with an equally big vision who have lost. I also know some people with limited vision who have succeeded. I know big and aggressive thinkers who have won and others who are conservative and risk averse who have won as well. There is no single way of thinking that causes people to be successful, but there's only one way of acting and behaving that can lead to extraordinary results. Become a one more impossibility thinker and possibility achiever. Reflecting on Martin Luther King Jr. and a strength to love. If you know anything about me, you know I believe Martin Luther King Jr. is one of the finest human beings who ever lived. I look to him often with reverence and as a source of comfort and common sense. I want to share this passage from his collection of sermons, Strength to Love, because because of its profound impact on me. And I hope that it will have the same effect on you as well. There is no finer way to sum up the ongoing challenges of what it means to be an impossibility thinker and a possibility achiever than these words. Stay with me. I'm getting ready to bless you. All right. One of the greatest tragedies of life is that men seldom bridge the gulf between practice and profession, between doing and saying. A persistent schizophrenia leaves so many of us tragically divided against ourselves. On the one hand, we profoundly profess certain sublime and noble principles, but on the other hand, we sadly practice the very antithesis of these principles. How often are our lives characterized by a high blood pressure of creeds and an anemia of deeds? We talk eloquently about our commitment to the principles of Christianity, and yet our lives are saturated with the practices of paganism. We proclaim our devotion to democracy, but we sadly practice the very opposite of the democratic creed. We talk passionately about peace, and at the same time, we assiduously prepare for war. We make our fervent pleas for the high road of justice, and then we tread unflinchingly the low road of injustice. This strange dichotomy, this agonizing gulf between the ought and the is, represents the tragic theme of man's earthly pilgrimage. Well, y'all, it's 6:48. We have finished chapter 11. Nobody came into the studio. I saw Janella for a hot second, but what scared y'all off that nobody came into the studio? This was so good. I just really want to know your thoughts. Is there anybody that wants to jump in the studio before we end this? I really don't want to start chapter 12 because I don't want us to get in here and then we mad because we got to stop. It is a short chapter, but chapter 12 is going to be one more habit. Your net worth to the world is usually determined by what remains after your bad habits are subtracted from your good ones. Benjamin Franklin. Show me your habits and I'll show you your life. Are we nobody came into the studio with me. TikTok, they didn't come in today. But I can see that the end of this book is about to be some jab, 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 uppercut. So we're gonna convene again. We're gonna meet again Monday at 6 p.m. Monday, yeah, I believe we are 6 p.m. It's no holiday. And let's pray for some clarity as to which direction we're going in, whether it's going to be Think and Grow Rich, Atomic Habits, or the 4 disciplines of execution. All right. You guys, listen, you got to know that I love you all. And I hope that you are using this book and the things that this book is saying. I'm finding check for myself, y'all. I'm finding a check for myself. Like I literally, it's smacking me in the face because I keep saying to myself, can I negotiate with my body and my mind to find more strength to move towards the things that I say that I want? And I'm finding now that I've got to be I've got to do one more thing every single day. It's like, Nina, do one more thing. Push beyond your perceived capabilities. And that is the season that I am in. Nina is pushing beyond her perceived capabilities. I would really encourage each and every one of you to push beyond your perceived capabilities so that you can win. And winning doesn't always mean money, but money does answer all things. All right, y'all. So you have to remember that no matter what you're going through in life, that you can live again, you can laugh again, you can hope again, you can dream again, and you most certainly can bling again. Have a bling-tastic rest of your evening, a bling-tastic week. Listen, pay it forward, do a good deed, and be kind to one another. Make sure you're subscribed to Bling TV 3765 so that you can always be with us on Mondays. You don't even need the book. All right, you guys, have an amazing evening. I love y'all, and there's nothing you can do about it. Bye for now.